Hello everyone. In this video lecture, I will cover the Java terminologies for the lexical issues, variables of Java variables and data types of Java. So let us talk about the Java terminologies for the lexical issue. Lexical issue means whenever you are compiling your source code, your compiler uh, first perform the lexical analysis to find the syntax of a source code. For that, it has to generate the tokens. So lexical analyzer use this concept to generate the tokens. First is white space. White space, what is the requirement of white space? So whenever you are writing the code like this, at that time, this space is used by the lexical analyzer to generate the token like class, then test A, then brackets. This all will become a tokens for the language. And these tokens will be used by compiler to verify the Java source code and to process further for the compilation. This whenever you are not using the space, then Java compiler will not able to generate the tokens, and that token is not valid for the language, and you will get the compile time error. Basically, space, tab, and new line characters, these three are the white space which is used by the compiler to generate the token. When the statement having some operators and separators, that I will cover in next video lectures. Separator I have already covered inside this. This is the syntax, one of the separator syntax. This plus, minus, then division, then multiplication signs are the arithmetic operators. So whenever you are using this operators and separator in a statement, the process will be different. But whenever you are using the space inside your source code, at that time white space will works to generate the tokens. So here this code will generate the error because here there is no space between public statics. Then public static will not be generated as a single token. So it generates the compile time error that these two are not the language specific code. So let us try this code. See here, I have written this code over here in this test.java file. Now I'm trying to compile this. Java C test.java. Let me save this file first. It generates the error that invalid declaration of main, and see here, this is the cursor. It's indicating there is an error here, public static, such that if you are not using the white spaces whenever it is required in a source code, you will generate such. Next is identifiers. Identifiers are the names that identifies the elements like class name, variable names, method names, interface names, package name in your source code. So whenever you are creating class, then space, then you are giving some name to your class. Whenever you are creating method, void, display, count. Display count is called as a function name, and this function name is a one kind of identifier. So whenever you are using some identifier elements for class name, variable name, methods, this all are work as a identifier in your language. So this is basically a string. Identifier name is basically string. So there are rules to naming that identifiers. The rules are, first rules, you can only use the it is basically a character sequence and that consists of letters, capital letters as well as small letters, A to Z letters. Add you can add letters, you can add digits in a sequence of character, and two special characters that you can use in naming of the identifier, underscore and dollar sign. So here you can use small a to capital Z or small z letters as well as capital A to capital Z letters, all the digits 0 to 9, and two special characters, underscore and dollar. These are the character set that you can use to build the name of the identifier. Second rule, an identifier must start with the letters, underscore and dollar. That means it cannot start with the digit. If you are giving the name of the class, you cannot start it with the digit, right? An identifier cannot be reserved keyword. The keyword that I will cover, Java keywords that I will cover in this video later, but you have an idea about the keywords void, static, public, class, int, that we have already used in our first demo program of Java. That all are the keywords of Java. An identifier cannot be true, false and null. These three are the basically constants which are used in Java. So you cannot give name to your class, name to your variable as a true, false and null. So don't give three names to your variable, class, package, identifiers, right? And identifier can be any length. You can create the name of the identifier of any length. There is no uh, length limit in a Java naming identifier naming rules. Here I have written some valid identifiers. This is valid because only characters are included. This is again valid, only characters are included. This is again valid because first letter start with alphabet. Again this is valid, dollar is a valid character set, and it is first letter. This is again valid, only underscores and alphabets are used. This is again valid, no space and only alphabets used. Invalid characters, invalid because it is start with the digits, invalid because it uses the dash, not underscore, invalid because slash is used inside the name of this variable. Class, because class is a keyword, so you cannot use as a variable name. For is again a keyword, so you cannot use as a keyword or as a variable name inside your program. So these all are the valid and these all are the invalid variable names here. Now, whenever you are defining a name of the class, you should keep in mind some point about identifier. First, Java is a case sensitive language. That means you can create area. That means you can create like all the letters of area small, first letter capital, all letter capitals. These three are the different identifiers for the Java language because it is a case sensitive language. You can create three variables like this. You can just changing the case of the letters, right? So this will become a three variables in your program. But now identifiers are generally naming for the variable, method, class in your program. So it should be some descriptive name so that a program become easy to understand and it should be readable. So you have to use the variable name, class name such that your program should be understandable and readable. So avoid using abbreviation for the identifier. Use some complete word to define your identifier. So say for the example, number of students is a better than the num students, num of students, num of students. So it is better if you are using the whole word, number of students. Though the string become lengthy, but your identifier name should be meaningful. So it is readable. So it is called a good coding style also. Do not use the dollar, because actually dollar is a available character to define an identifier name, but whenever you are actually this dollar is used by the mechanically generated classes name. Whenever I will teach you the inheritance, this dollar I will tell you the dollar is used to append the inherited inner classes concept. Sorry, in a inner classes concept, this dollar is a automatic generated name for the class. So generally dollar is used by the mechanically generated class. So you can use, but it is recommended that you should not use it. Next is now all of you clear with the identifier. Now you have to try this whether the following given names, these strings, are valid identifier for Java or not. For that you have to create one class. You can use these names as a class name in your Java file, or you can create the variable in your Java file and try these all the names and find it out whether it is a valid identifier or invalid identifier for Java, and find out the reason if why this identifier name is not valid for Java. To find it out, I will cover this which identifiers are valid for Java and which are not valid for Java in my next continuous video lecture, and I will cover the remaining topics in my next continuous video lecture. So please see my next video to find the answer of this identifier, valid and invalid identifiers of Java. Thank you all of you.